All right, looks like we're live. All right, welcome back to another episode of Cardinal Craze. Today on the show we got Max, the offensive line commit to Louisville. Max, how you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing all right. I'm enjoying this nice, lovely weather. So, how's everything going for you up north?
It's great. Much colder than Louisville, but it's great.
Now, are you currently in Toronto or are you back in the States?
No, I'm in Quebec City. That's where,
Quebec City.
yeah, that's where my home is.
Oh, that's right. So, let me ask you, what was it like committing to the University of Louisville when you did? And that's one of the first things we're going to kind of jump into immediately.
Yeah, it was awesome. All my friends were so excited about for it, and like it's the first time someone in my old school like commit to a big university like that. So it's real impressive, and a lot of people know that I committed there, and like a lot of people know my name now. So that's real nice too.
Yeah, no, that's great. And we're happy to have you here. Well, as a commit, going to the University of Louisville. So let's talk a little bit about when you came up for your visit. Now, you initially were the first person to actually come up and take an official visit during the start of June, correct?
Yeah.
So, what was that official visit like? Is there anything you could tell us, maybe a detail out of it that really just kind of blew you away?
It was a great. The facilities were amazing. That was the first time that I saw some like university facilities, and it was amazing to see that. Like for example, the stadium, like it's so huge. I was shocked, and I still can't like believe that I'm gonna play in the stadiums that big. And yeah,
Now, you actually had a couple other offers. And what was it that really stood out to you about Louisville compared to others?
it's. I chose Louisville because it's like a family feeling. I feel like it's gonna be my second home, and I'm gonna spend a lot of time there. So I need like a great family, a second family, and that's I think that Louisville is gonna give me that. So that's why I choose them.
Well, that's great, and we're glad that you committed. So let's talk about your other commits real fast. Now, is there anyone in particular that you've gotten close with, or is there anyone who you're starting to kind of warm up to?
Not really, but we have a Twitter group with all the commits, and it's nice to like start to talk with everyone to like start to build like a relationship with everyone, and it's really nice to see that every like players are nice, and I feel like we're gonna be a great future for Louisville, and yeah.
Well, I'm glad that you feel it's going to be a great future for Louisville, and I'm glad that you love the University of Louisville with such intensity, and
Yeah,
that's great to see out of a commit. So let's kind of dive into real fast about the official visit. What was it like meeting Coach Bicknell, Coach Satterfield? Can you give us a little light on to how that went and what your experience was?
yeah, it was great. The I feel like Coach Bicknell is like some sort of father figure to his players, and that's great to see because I think that's the best way to coach. But I love the way too that he's not afraid to say the real things. Like I know he's gonna love me, but he's not gonna be afraid to tell me if I'm wrong, doing if I'm doing something wrong. So that's real nice. And Coach Satterfield is really like he's being like you can't fake what he was, and like he looks real and really like a nice guy, and not like overwhelmed by like all the fame he has and everything.
So, what was your initial meeting with him? And now you were the only official visit that day, so you had everyone to yourself.
Yeah.
What would you say was the activities for that day? Was it just going around the city, checking out the sites? And did you go anywhere special and have maybe dinner with the entire coaching staff? Or what was it like?
Yeah, it was mostly like visit that day, and we had a dinner at I don't know, I don't remember, but like a steakhouse. It was so great. That was the best steak of my life, and I will remember that dinner for the rest of my life. But yeah, that that day was really nice. Just seeing the facilities and like the university in general is amazing.
Well, if you can, well, I'll tell you, man, hopefully you'll be able to go back to that steakhouse and
Yeah,
have that amazing steak.
yeah.
So, what other staff was recruiting you outside of Bicknell? Was there an assistant? Was there another recruiter?
No, because I don't think there is like a recruiter for my area, like Massachusetts. So
Hmm.
I like when Bicknell started saw me first. I think he was the only one talking to me until like maybe a month before the visit, before so we can all plan it. But yeah, it was mostly Bicknell, and yeah, that's great.
Now, has Big Nell said whether or not he's going to come up and visit you in Quebec City?
I hope you will,
You
but
hope he will.
yeah, I'm not sure. It's kind of far from Kentucky, but yeah,
So, do you have any advice for anyone who does want to travel to Quebec City?
bring a jacket.
Bring a jacket. Okay. All right. Well, that will be the number one thing
Yeah,
if I ever go up north.
yeah, it's a great idea.
So, what is one thing that you want to pursue when you do come to the University of Louisville?
I want to be the best player I can. I want to
Well,
start as soon as I can.
well, what's the degree you want to go after?
Oh, I'm not really sure yet, but maybe I want to do pre-law or something like that, but I'm not sure.
Pre-law. Okay. Well, that is a great avenue to go down.
Yeah.
Now, what does your family think about you coming to the University of Louisville? Now, I know you said that they were excited for you and your friends were excited when you committed. Are they going to be sad that you're going to be all the way down, basically in the States and not in Canada anymore?
I mean, I'm already in Wilson, Northampton in Massachusetts, so like I'm not home anyway, so
Oh, okay.
it doesn't really change anything. So yeah, but
Oh, okay.
they can't wait either.
All right. Well, Max, one of the things I wanted to ask was, do you have any plans when you come down to the University of Louisville? As in, do you want to get here early, or are you going to come here probably in the summertime of next year?
I'm not sure yet because it all depends of the credit I have at school and everything. But I'll
Okay.
come the earlier I can because I want to work out with my teammates as soon as I can.
All right, and that's great to hear. Now, Max, you've actually been telling me you've been working right now on building up more strength and trying to get on some weight. Now, how's that been going for you training wise?
It's great. I was 275 last year, but I was like more fat than muscle. But I went down to 250 and I'm at 280 right now. But I built up some muscle and I think I'm in pretty good shape for O line. So yeah, it's really
All right, so you're at 280. Do you stand at 6'6" or are you 6'5"?
five.
6'5"? All right. So, what's one of the things about the Louisville offense that stands out to you the most? Is it similar to what you play at high school?
Yeah, I think that Louisville offense is really physical and I love it. I love like the physicality of their playing style, and I think I'm gonna be a great fit in that offense.
That's great. Now, you haven't had the opportunity to play any video games with your other commits, have you?
No, not yet.
Well, is that something you want to do? Is there a particular game you want all of them to join in with you on?
Yeah, of course, a Madden game with all the commits would be nice.
All right, Madden. Okay, so what team would you play as Madden or in Madden?
Oof, I mostly go random, but uh, I really love Lamar Jackson, so the Raven is always a good team.
All right, go as Ravens. Now, who would you say you model your game after the most?
Probably I don't know if you know him, but LDT, the Kansas City tackle, he's a he's from Quebec too, and he went to the NFL. So it's really nice to see that somebody from here is going like as far as that. So yeah,
All right. Well, no, I hadn't heard of him before, but I can definitely look him up on Madden. I'm sure he'll pop
yeah,
up.
yeah,
Well, Max, I really appreciate you for coming out here on Cardinal Craze, giving us kind of a quick overview of how your visit went, what your relationship is like with Coach McNell and Coach Satterfield, and how your visit was overall, and talking to us and just letting us get to know a little bit more about you. And Max, thank you so much. We'll definitely have you back out here again on Cardinal Craze, hopefully down the road whenever it gets closer, right before you essentially come up for, potentially enrolling early.
yeah. I hope so.
All right. Well, this has been Cardinal Craze. And Max, I'll talk to you right after we finish airing. But Card Nation, go Cards.